Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Auto Expert, where we dive deep into the cars that define the roads ahead. Today, we're talking about a car that has quietly carved out a niche for itself as one of the best driving compact cars you can buy, the Mazda 3. But this isn't just any Mazda 3. We're diving into the 2025 Mazda 3. And let me tell you, Mazda has made some subtle but meaningful changes this year that just might make this the sweet spot in the lineup's history. At first glance, the 2025 Mazda 3 doesn't scream revolution, and that's exactly how Mazda likes it. This is a brand that focuses on refinement and evolution rather than dramatic overhauls. The design philosophy here is what Mazda calls Kodo, soul of motion. It's less about sharp lines and drama and more about a flowing, almost sculptural form that looks both elegant and sporty. For 2025, the exterior remains largely the same. But there are a few subtle tweaks: a new set of alloy wheel designs, a slightly reworked grille pattern, and some new paint options like zircon sand and artisan red add a touch of freshness without losing the identity that makes this car stand out. Mazda continues to offer the 3-in-2 body styles, the sleek sedan and the sporty hatchback. Both have their fans, and each brings something different to the table. The sedan leans more toward a mature, elegant vibe, while the hatchback brings extra practicality and a more aggressive stance. And yes, the hatch still gives off those premium hot hatch vibes, especially in the higher trims. Under the hood, the powertrains for 2025 are familiar but refined. You've got the naturally aspirated 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine as standard, making around 191 horsepower. It's responsive, it's smooth, and it offers just the right amount of punch for everyday driving. But for those who crave more excitement, Mazda still offers the turbocharged version of that same 2.5-liter engine, pushing out up to 250 horsepower and 320 pounds-feet of torque when running on premium fuel. On regular gas, you're looking at 227 horsepower, and not bad at all. That turbo engine is where the Mazda 3 really starts to punch above its weight. Acceleration is strong, with a 0-60 time in the low 6-second range. It's not a full-on hot hatch or sport compact, but it definitely delivers a premium performance feel. And it's not just about raw power, the tuning is so well balanced that it feels more refined than frenetic. The turbo Mazda 3 is one of the few compact cars that can genuinely be compared to entry-level European luxury models and not feel out of place. Transmission-wise, Mazda continues to offer a 6-speed automatic across most of the lineup, and for enthusiasts, the good news is that the 6-speed manual is still available on select hatchback trims, though only on front-wheel drive models. All-wheel drive is available, but only with the automatic. It's a bit of a shame that you can't pair AWD with the manual, but the setup Mazda offers is still one of the most engaging in this segment. On the road, the Mazda 3 remains a standout. The steering is tight and responsive, the chassis is beautifully tuned, and the car feels planted even when pushed hard into corners. The suspension isn't overly firm, but it communicates the road in a way that keeps you engaged. Mazda's G-Vectoring Control Plus system, which subtly adjusts engine torque to enhance cornering and stability, continues to do its job quietly in the background. It's one of those features you don't notice until you jump into a different car and realize how much more connected the Mazda feels. What really sets the Mazda 3 apart, though, is the interior. In 2025, the cabin remains a masterclass in minimalist design and upscale materials. Soft touch surfaces, real stitching, and intuitive layout give the cabin a premium feel that honestly rivals entry-level Audis and BMWs. Mazda has figured out how to make a compact car feel luxurious without inflating the price or relying on gimmicks. The infotainment system, which has been a bit of a polarizing topic in the past, sees some updates for 2025. Mazda has kept the screen mounted high on the dash, controlled by a rotary dial on the center console, a deliberate choice that they argue reduces distraction. It's not a touchscreen, which might bother some users, but once you get used to the system, it becomes second nature. The UI is slicker now, with faster response times, sharper graphics, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard on most trims. A wireless charging pad and updated USB-C ports round out the tech refresh. The digital gauge cluster remains simple and elegant, giving you the info you need without overwhelming you. Higher trims add a heads-up display that projects key information onto the windshield: speed, navigation prompts, and even safety alerts. It's a feature you usually only see in luxury cars, and Mazda nails the execution. One of the most impressive aspects of the Mazda 3 is the sound insulation. For a compact car, it's remarkably quiet and steady even at highway speeds. Road noise is minimal, the engine stays refined, and you feel cocooned from the chaos outside. Add in the optional Bose 12-speaker audio system, and you've got a genuinely impressive cabin experience. The sound quality is rich, detailed, and SUV perfect for road trips or just enjoying your commute. In terms of practicality, the sedan offers a respectable trunk space, while the hatchback brings even more versatility. Rear seat space is adequate for adults, though taller passengers might find legroom a bit tight. That's one of the few trade-offs here. Mazda's emphasis on sporty design and low-slung proportions does slightly compromise rear seat room compared to boxier rivals like the Honda Civic or Toyota Corolla. But if you're mainly driving solo or with one passenger, it's hardly a deal-breaker. Now let's talk safety. The 2025 Mazda 3 continues to offer a robust suite of standard driver assistance features. This includes adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, and automatic emergency braking. The system works seamlessly and without being overly intrusive. Mazda has done a great job integrating these features into the driving experience without making it feel like the car is constantly fighting you. Higher trims offer additional features like a 360-degree camera system, traffic sign recognition, and an improved driver attention monitor. It's clear that Mazda is taking safety seriously, and it shows in the vehicle's high crash test ratings and confidence-inspiring feel behind the wheel. When it comes to fuel economy, the naturally aspirated 2.5-liter engine delivers solid numbers, around 27 miles per gallon in the city and 35 on the highway for front-wheel drive models. The turbo engine, especially when paired with all-wheel drive, naturally sees a dip in efficiency, but it's still competitive for this segment. Expect about 23 miles per gallon city and 31 highway in that configuration. If you're looking for maximum economy, stick with the base engine and front-wheel drive. Mazda hasn't gone hybrid or fully electric with the 3 just yet, but there are rumblings that electrification may be in the cards for future iterations. For now, this is a car that sticks to what it does best, of providing a fun, refined, and high-quality driving experience with traditional gas power. Now, pricing. The 2025 Mazda 3 starts at just under $25,000 for the base sedan and can climb to around $36,000 for a fully loaded turbo hatchback with all the bells and whistles. That's not cheap, especially when you consider rivals like the Hyundai Elantra or Nissan Sentra undercut it significantly. But what you're paying for here is quality, attention to detail, and an overall driving experience that feels a step above. Mazda is walking a fine line between mainstream and premium, and with the 3, they've nailed that balance better than most. For shoppers who are cross-shopping competitors like the Honda Civic, Toyota Corolla, Volkswagen Jetta, or Hyundai Elantra, the Mazda 3 offers something different. It's less about being the most spacious or the most high-tech and more about how it makes you feel behind the wheel. It's for people who appreciate driving as more than just getting from A to B. It's a car that makes you want to take the long way home. So, who is the 2025 Mazda 3 for? If you're someone who values design, driving dynamics, and build quality, this car is going to hit a lot of sweet spots. It's not the flashiest or the most feature-packed on paper, but in practice, it's one of the most well-rounded compact cars available today. Whether you go sedan or hatchback, base engine or turbo, manual or automatic, the Mazda 3 delivers a level of polish and personality that's rare in this segment. And honestly, in a world increasingly dominated by crossovers and SUVs, the Mazda 3 reminds us of the joy that a well-engineered, thoughtfully designed car can bring. It's proof that you don't need a big, bulky vehicle to feel safe, connected, or inspired behind the wheel. To sum it up, the 2025 Mazda 3 continues to be a standout choice for anyone looking for a compact car with soul. Mazda hasn't reinvented the wheel here, but they've sharpened the edges, fine-tuned the details, and doubled down on what makes this car special. It's elegant, engaging, and just a little bit rebellious in its refusal to follow every industry trend. If you've been considering the Mazda 3, 2025 might just be the year to make the leap. Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2025 Mazda 3, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Auto Expert for more honest reviews, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the Mazda 3 still holds its own in 2025? Would you go sedan or hatch, turbo or base? We'd love to hear your take.